Hi everyone, this is an update on R1. I soaked it yesterday, soaked the whole root ball, which hadn't been watered in 37 days, and soaked it overnight. If you remember, this was the one with the fewest amount of roots when we began on June 23rd, and it never really developed any root buds. And there was an additional concern because this leaf had turned yellow. And of course, what did I think? Maybe it needs water. Not. So if we take a closer look at this, you can see the devastating effects of overwatering that happened prior to June 23rd when this thing was just soaked. And when roots are overwatered, it looks like they were in a fire, right? It looks like everything is charred, all this black stuff. And that's the fungi winning the war for oxygen when there is no oxygen, when all this stuff is crammed in that little container. And then after the leaf fell off, I pulled away some of the collars, and lo and behold, there's more evidence of overwatering damage. You know, it's insidious. It just gets in there under the collars, under the leaves, and all this water is just sitting there all the time. So the leaf fell off, and hopefully this leaf is not in jeopardy. I mean, it covers a lot of territory there. And I just want to check the other side. So just hold on for a second. And you can see it was also under one of the other collars on the other side. So we'll see what happens with this leaf. It's a very, very tough leaf. Well, I had commented that I was surprised that out of all the leaves, this one had the toughest ones after all that time. So much of the velamen is just shot. You know, you can just pull it off. It's just this soggy paper. And you're left with the cortex under there, which really doesn't have any value. Number one, it's going to be out in the air most of the time, not having the benefit of the velamen surrounding it and keeping it moist. And number two, an orchid this size and in this condition, the leaves are filled with water. It's not going to take in more than 1.5 ounces of water in a week. And these are going to be of little benefit to the absorption of water during whatever time we introduce water to it, because it's a long process. It just doesn't go you know, the velamen sucks up the water and gets nice and dark green, and then it sits there, and over a period of hours it gets sucked up to the leaves, because this is a CAM plant using CAM photosynthesis. It's not a tomato plant or a weed. So I'm going to cut away most of this dead stuff, and I'll get right back to you. All right, so this is pretty good now. I mean, there are still some potentially bad characters like this one here. It's just not completely dried out, so I'm leaving it for now. But this is just another example of what goes on with these store-bought orchids. They look great on top. They might have these beautiful flowers, you know, but underneath this smoldering fire is occurring that you're not even aware of, and the roots are getting destroyed. Meanwhile, the thing is flowering. It looks great. And you bring it home, the flowers start wilting, and what do? Well, the flowers are wilting. I'll give it some more water. And you're just adding fuel to the fire then. So this has been soaking since last night, well over 12 hours, so it's gotten a lot of water. These roots are now, they're very hard. They were always hard. That's why they're still here. I mean, there was no danger to these roots. But they've taken in some water now. I don't know how much is filtered up to the leaves. The leaves are really, pretty solid. So I'm not worried about them. I'm just worried about this bottom leaf though. So let's see if I can find a nice vase for this one. And there we have it. So this one seems to be working pretty well. It's being held up by the two leaves here. And what's important is that can't see it, but the core, there you go. The core of the plant is about 2.5 inches from the bottom of the vase. So thanks again for joining me, and please stay tuned for more videos and experiments in the future.